I think the thing about prostrations, I don't want to just tell you it's a great exercise, but it also really does purify a lot of karma. My own experience is, after doing, like completing prostrations, the 100,000, both Samden and I were, had the karma to be like, go completely to the other side of the continent and meet this doctor that helped us with chronic illnesses that we'd had all our lives, So it really, it does help for those, it's, and that's just not this life. Who knows what kind of incredible karmas that you purified by doing prostrations. And we just have to kind of have faith that these things are happening, but you can see enough just in what you can see in this life to understand that it has big implications for future lives, And when you're doing the prostration, every time you come up and you can imagine that the blessings of the Guru are pouring into you and purifying you. White nectars and rays are pouring in, kind of like Vajrasattva, negativity going out. And it's important to see that, that they're all dissolving too, at the end. And there's different ways to do it. If you want to have some people, you see the Tibetans, they have a mala still. They're still counting. So if you want to do it that way, not the way I said, you can still prostrate and count the prostrations while you're saying the prayer. But I think the way I did it, and I'm not saying you have to do it this way, you can do it however you want. Nowadays I've seen people have these little counters, and not a mala, but you have these little counters that can go on your finger. So you can just click, 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 every time you do one like that. So then you can, do it however you want. You can just keep saying the prayer over and over again and just count your prostrations. But I just made up that system because I didn't want to hold a mala and I didn't want to have a counter. I just thought, 3 times for each one, or I can't remember exactly how I did it, but I might have done maybe. Anyway, you can work it out. And then the other thing you can do is, when you get to the end, you can, like with the way I first learned at Vajrapani Institute, we would do, the way Rinpoche taught us is we do the 35 Buddhas, but then when we did the confession prayer, we did this, like you do when you're taking the precepts. We would say, all you 35 Buddhas, those gone beyond, full destroyers, fully enlightened, you do the prayer like that. So you finish the counting with the names, and then you do the confession prayer, and then you can do that, the nectars and rays. You don't have to do that, but that's just one way I've done it. And I can't remember if I learned that from Lama Zopa or not, most likely. And then you can just sit and do that, and then just kind of sit and meditate on emptiness, and then just start the rest of your session. So you're already sitting down. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can tell you about prostrations. If I think of something more, I'll tell you. But that's all I can think right now. Does anybody have any questions? I don't know why this thing won't stay on me today. Because I need my glasses. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, as long as you visualize a Buddha. That's a good question. Just the visualization is the important thing, yeah. You can't hear? Oh, the question. Sorry. She said, can you do it at the beach or wherever? Do you have to have a Buddha there? You have to do it in front of a Buddha. And I said, no, you just have to visualize the Buddha. Yeah, because you might be in a hotel room or something, Yeah. Really? Okay, well, he's really strict. Okay, cross that off. If you're counting, if you want to just do it, you can do it anywhere. But if you are counting them according to Nyingje Rinpoche's system, you have to do it all on the same. What if you got a prostration board and took it with you? No, I'm just joking. No, you could. Okay, she says if you're traveling and you're doing your nundro, you just have to do 3 prostrations to keep the continuity going. You don't have to say the 35 Buddhas every day? But you have to say the 35 Buddhas or not? Yeah. It would make sense that you would. You know. So it sounds like each one, so you can't go anywhere until you finish your prostrations then, isn't it? Oh, but you can't count them. I see. So you just have to have a place where you are most of the time. Yeah. And that's the same for all of them. You could ask him for a special dispensation if you have a foreclosure coming or something. Hopefully not. I'm just joking. Yeah. No, yeah. I think you've started again. Yeah. So.
I really appreciated the demonstration and the explanation.
She says she really appreciates the demonstration and the explanation.
It gives a whole different meaning to it.
It gives a whole different meaning to it, she said. Yeah. Especially the stretching thing, you know? It really makes a big difference. You know? And you might get into the sliding. I mean, some people really like the sliding. You just have to work up to it, because otherwise you'll be really sore. But if you're interested in, getting home. Yeah. Yeah. That's a worldly dharma, though. You're not supposed to do it just to be beautiful. Although they say people who are beautiful, people who are very big, very tall, like Alak or Yangtze Rinpoche, they say they did many prostrations in their past lives. That's why they have a big, strong body. If you want to, in a future life, like if you're a sickly person, and in your next life you want to be really strong and healthy, then you should do a lot of prostrations. Yeah. And the other thing they say is, the bigger the body, the more merit you make. Because, like you're tall. So, because because you cover more ground. I don't know why that works, but that's what the Tibetans say, So let's finish the. Somebody can clue Veronica in about what happened. So we are in the middle of Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga. Let's finish the practice. We were at the prostration. We just finished the prostrations.
Agradables ofrendas de agua, flores variadas e incienso fragante, luz y aguas perfumadas, un océano de reales visualizadas tal cual nubes, yo presento a ustedes, oh supremo campo de mérito. Cualquier acto no virtuoso de la palabra o de la mente que yo haya acumulado desde tiempo sin comienzo, y especialmente cualquier transgresión a mis 3 votos, yo las confieso una y otra vez con respeto ferviente desde mi corazón. Desde lo más profundo de nuestros corazones nos regocijamos, oh protectores, en las grandes ofrendas de sus acciones. Ustedes quienes usaron por aprender y practicar en esta era degenerada y que le dieron sentido a la vida, abandonando los 8 sentimientos mundanos.
You can stop here and rejoice. It's a good thing to rejoice. We can stop here and rejoice in all the people who completed their prostrations. And all the people who did all their mandalas and refuge, Guru Yoga, Bodhisattva. They're able to complete it and do it many times and create the causes to perfect the generation stage and the completion stage and attain the bodies of the Buddha. Because there's people even in this last century who did it. So let's rejoice. Because the more you rejoice, the more you create the cause. Ripa Rinpoche said, and Lama Yeshe said too, he said, we underestimate the power of rejoicing. It really, really works. To make, the easiest way to make merit, you just rejoice. So it's good to stop remember to rejoice in the day. And particularly if there's like, somebody has some kind of qualities that you would like to have, you can rejoice, It's okay to do that.
Oh sagrado y venerable Lama, desde las nubes de compasión que se forman en los cielos de tu sabiduría dharmakāyika, por favor libera una lluvia de Dharma vasto y profundo, de acuerdo precisamente con las necesidades de aquellos que serán adiestrados. Dedico cualquier virtud que haya sido acumulada para el beneficio de todas las enseñanzas y de todos los seres sensibles, y en particular para que las enseñanzas del venerable Lobsang-Drakpa brillen por siempre.
Are you guys cold? I'm cold. Maybe we can turn down the air conditioner a little bit, or turn it up or something. We don't need to get sick, No, it's okay. Wrong color. No, I'll be all right. I'm not that cold. I just thought other people might be too,
Ofrecimiento de mandala. Om Vajrabhumi
Yeah.
Ahum. Aquí se encuentra la base de oro poderosa. Om Vajrarekye Ahum. Aquí se encuentra la cerca diamantina. El círculo exterior está rodeado por esta cerca de hierro. En el centro se encuentra el monte Meru, el rey de las montañas. En el este se encuentra el continente Videha. En el sur el continente Jambudvipa. En el oeste el continente Godanilla. En el norte el continente Kuru. Encontramos alrededor del este los continentes Deha y Videha. Alrededor del sur los subcontinentes Cámara y Paracámara. Alrededor del oeste los subcontinentes Shata y Taramantrina. Alrededor del norte los subcontinentes Kuru y Kaurava. Al este está la montaña de los tesoros. Al sur el árbol que concede los deseos. Al oeste la vaca que concede deseos. Al norte se encuentra la cosecha de maíz aún no arada. Aquí encontramos la rueda preciosa, la joya preciosa, la reina preciada, el ministro preciado, el elefante preciado, el caballo preciado, el general preciado, el gran jarro de los tesoros. Aquí se encuentra la diosa de la belleza, la diosa de las guirnaldas, la diosa de la canción, la diosa de la danza, la diosa de las flores, la diosa del incienso, la diosa de la luz y la diosa del perfume. Aquí se encuentra el sol, la luna y la sombrilla de todo lo que es precioso y preciado, y el banderín de la victoria en todas las direcciones. Aquí en el centro están todas las posesiones preciadas de dioses humanos. Esta magnífica y gloriosa colección, donde no falta nada, yo te ofrezco, ti mi bondadoso gurú raíz, junto a todos los gurús venerables del linaje, y a ti, Lama Yesong Kapa, y a ti, oh Buda, y a ti, Vajradhara, junto a la asamblea completa de dioses, que por su compasión enorme y poderosa, acepten lo que ofrezco como causa para mejorar el estado de todos los seres sintientes. Derramen sobre mí ondas de inspiración para que yo pueda vivir de acuerdo al noble ejemplo que ustedes han dado. Tomo refugio en las tres preciosas joyas y en mi gurú, y hago esta súplica. Envíenme olas de fuerza inspiradora. Inspírenme ahora y a todos los seres madres para finalizar todos los estados distorsionados de la mente, tal como ser irrespetuoso en lo más mínimo con los preciosos gurús, e insistir en que nosotros mismos somos verdaderamente diferentes de todos los demás. Envíennos olas de fuerza inspiradora para desarrollar rápidamente todos los verdaderos estados de la mente, que especialmente incluyen demostrar respeto a los gurús. Envíennos olas de fuerza inspiradora para aclarar los obstáculos externos e internos a nuestra práctica del Dharma. Idam Guru Rana Mandala Kanilyatayami. Glorioso y precioso Gurú Raíz, por favor, toma tu asiento de loto y luna en mi coronilla y manténme protegido en tu gran bondad. Concédeme los logros poderosos de tu cuerpo, palabra y mente sagrados. Avalokiteshvara, el gran tesoro de la compasión. Manyushri, Señor de la sabiduría perfecta. Vaisharapani, destructor de todas las hordas de maras. Son Kappa, joya de la corona de los sabios de la tierra de las nieves. Loksantrampa, yo imploro a tus pies. Ojos para ver todas las vastas enseñanzas, portal supremo hacia la liberación para los afortunados, utilizando métodos hábiles para amorosamente subyugar a los amigos espirituales que iluminan, hago peticiones. Que no surja ni tan siquiera por un momento duda en nuestras mentes acerca de las acciones del glorioso Gurú. Que veamos cualquier acción que surja como pura, con devoción, que recibamos en nuestro corazón las bendiciones del Gurú. Oma Guru Vensadara Bhajindra Sumati Shasanadara Samudra Shivadra Sarvasiddhi Hum Hum. Oma Guru Vensadara Bhajindra Sumati Shasanadara Samudra Shivadra Sarvasiddhi Hum Hum. Oma Guru Vensadara Bhajindra Sumati Shasanadara Samudra Shivadra Sarvasiddhi Hum Hum. Tayata Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Yesoha. Tayata Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Yesoha. Tayata Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Yesoha. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Tare Tu Re Soham. Om Tare Tu Re Soham. Om Tare Tu Re Soham. Om Tare Tu Re Mama Ayur Puniyana Putin Kuru Yesoham. Om Tare Tu Re Mama Ayur Puniyana Putin Kuru Yesoham. Om Tare Tu Re Mama Ayur Puniyana Putin Kuru Yesoham. Tayata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Bekanse Ransa Samudgate Soha. Tayata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Bekanse Ransa Samudgate Soha. Tayata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Bekanse Ransa Samudgate Soha. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopatita Dido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anurato Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Prayacha Sarva Karma Susame Sitam Chiryam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vashrama Musa Vashra Bhava Mahasamaya Sato Ahumpe. Om Vajra Sattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajra Sattva Denopatista Dido me Bhava Suto Kayo me Bhava Supo Kayo me Bhava Anurato me Bhava Sarva Siddhi me Prayacha Sarva Karma Susame Sitam Chiryam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vashrama Me Musha Vashribhava Mahasamaya Sato Ahumpe. Om Vajra Sattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajra Sattva Denopatista Dido me Bhava Suto Kayo me Bhava Supo Kayo me Bhava Anurato me Bhava Sarva Siddhi me Prayacha Sarva Karma Susame Sitam Chiryam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vashrama Me Musha Vashrabhava Mahasamaya Sato Ahumpe. Por los méritos de estas acciones virtuosas, que puedas rápidamente obtener el estado de un Guru Buda y llevar a todos los seres vivos, sin excepción, al estado de iluminación. Viendo que el bondadoso y sagrado Gurú es el fundamento de todas las buenas cualidades y que la confianza adecuada en el Gurú es la raíz del sendero, pido bendiciones para confiar en el Gurú con gran respeto nacido del esfuerzo constante, reconociendo la y gran significación de este precioso renacimiento humano, que es la maravillosa base de una oportunidad obtenida solamente una vez, y bendiciones para generar ininterrumpidamente de día y de noche la mente que busca solo lo que es esencial para obtener el Budado, recordando que la muerte rápidamente destruirá mi inconstante cuerpo y mi vida, que son como burbujas en un arroyo. Yo, obteniendo un firme reconocimiento de que los efectos de mis acciones blancas y negras me seguirán después de mi muerte como la sombra de un cuerpo. Pido bendiciones para cuidarme de evitar aún las faltas más sutiles y para lograr solo lo que es virtuoso. Consciente de las desventajas de los bienes mundanos, por ser insatisfactorios al ser consumidos, poco confiables y la puerta a todo sufrimiento, pido bendiciones para generar el gran esfuerzo por el gozo de la liberación. Pido bendiciones para tomar como mi práctica esencial las guías para la liberación individual, los votos pratimosha, que son la raíz del Dharma, y hacerlo con la mayor conciencia e introspección, inducidas por el pensamiento puro de la renunciación al samsara y luchando por la liberación. Viendo que así como he caído en el océano del samsara, también así los seres transmigradores que han sido mis madres, pido bendiciones para desarrollar el pensamiento supremo de la iluminación, que toma sobre sí la carga de liberar a tus seres transmigradores, viendo que si genero solo el pensamiento de la iluminación y no cultivo los 3 tipos de moralidad del Bodhisattva, no obtendré la iluminación. Pido bendiciones para entrenarme asiduamente en los votos de los herederos de los conquistadores, los Bodhisattvas. Pido bendiciones para generar rápidamente en mi continuo mental la unión de la quietud y la percepción a través de pacificar la mente que vaga hacia objetos falsos e investiga apropiadamente el objeto último, la vacuidad. Cuando me haya convertido en un recipiente espiritual apropiado, entrenado en el sendero del vehículo de la perfección común, pido bendiciones para felizmente entrar en el vehículo más elevado, el Vajrayana, el barco sagrado que cruza a los seres afortunados. Obteniendo entonces la certeza de que debo guardar los votos tántricos puros, que son el fundamento de los logros mundanos y trascendentales, pido bendiciones para guardarlos aún a riesgo de mi vida. Comprendiendo entonces lo esencial en las etapas de generación y consumación, que son el corazón de las 4 clases de Tantra, pido bendiciones para practicar de acuerdo con las enseñanzas de los seres sagrados, sin abandonar la práctica del yoga en 4 sesiones diarias. Que los maestros que enseñan el sendero del bien y los amigos que lo practican correctamente tengan larga vida. Pido bendiciones para rápidamente pacificar las obstrucciones externas e internas. Que en todas mis vidas nunca me encuentre separado de maestros perfectos y que disfrute del esplendor del Dharma. Habiendo perfeccionado las buenas cualidades de los 10 niveles del Bodhisattva y de los 5 senderos, que pueda rápidamente obtener el rango de Vajradhara. Al poderoso Vajradhara, que ha originado todas las realizaciones, a Avalokiteshvara, el gran tesoro de la compasión no objetiva, a Manjushri, maestro de la sabiduría inmaculada, a Vajrapani, sostenedor del secreto que destruye la multitud de maras, a Sumati Kirti, joya de la corona de los sabios de la tierra de las nieves, a ti, Guru Buda, que contienes los 3 objetos de refugio. Respetuosamente hago con mis 3 puertas estas peticiones. Por favor, concédanme sus bendiciones para madurar y liberarme a mí mismo y a otros. Por favor, concédanme las realizaciones supremas y comunes.
Maybe what we should do, we have 20 minutes. So why don't we do the refuge accumulation like for 10 minutes, right? And then we'll finish the prayer. Maybe 15 minutes of refuge accumulation.
Okay.
So it looks like what you do is you say the Namo Gurube
Yeah, in
3
Sanskrit.
times, and then but the one you accumulate is the one in Tibetan. Is that correct, or you accumulate the?
No,
Which one do you
either.
accumulate?
Yes.
Oh,
you choose.
okay. And you know when you're doing it, so we'll just stop and people can do it to themselves.
No,
No?
maybe we can do in
Say it.
Sanskrit. too.
Yeah.
Sanskrit.
Yeah. Oh, I would do that. I did it in the Sanskrit.
Yeah.
But all I wanted to say was, you can say it 3 times together, but then I just want you to do it like we did a mantra, you know. But what you can do is, you can divide it up, and you can accumulate. You don't have to accumulate all 3 at once. You can just stop and do the 100,000 Namo Gurubes by itself. Namo Guru, Namo Guru, Namo. And then as you do it, it's like half of your session. You can think you're purifying everything that you did wrong with your guru, right? And then with the white nectars and rays, and then the other half of the session, if you're doing the Buddha, the guru, you can you're imagining all the qualities of the Buddha coming into you. And I mean, I did it a long time ago, but I think I did it that way because it was easier for my mind to concentrate on one at a time. So I could actually get into a meditation and think, oh, you know, for like 15 minutes, like, oh, I'm purifying everything I ever did with my guru, right? And then I could think of all, and then for the next while, I could think about all the things the qualities of my guru, thinking of the kindness of the guru, thinking of the great actions of the guru, thinking of all the wonderful things about the guru, and then bringing all that into myself. And then, so you can do it that way, take them one at a time. And that worked better for me because I could, you know, it's hard to think about them all. I mean, that's still so fast. You're having to think so quickly, you know, you can't really get into a decent concentration. If you take one at a time, you can kind of like get into a flow, you know. So,
When you say one at a time, you say Namo Gurude and that's it. You repeat that
100,000 times. Because the whole thing you have to do 100,000 times. So you do 100,000 Namo Gurubes and 100,000 Namo Buddhayas and 100,000 Namo Dharmayas. And for me, it just was easier to just meditate that way, you know. Because I could concentrate on one thing at a time instead of having to think about the Guru, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. You know, that's like too hard. You know? So when you get to the Namo Buddhaya, then you think about, you know, any past negativities you create in relationship to the Buddha, or all your wrong views. You can think you're purifying all your wrong views, you know? And you can also use it to learn the Lam Rim, because you're sitting there for a long time. And so you can think, you can go through the whole Lam Rim while you're saying Namo Gurubi or Namo Buddhaya, either one. And you can think, you know, you can have the outline of the Lam Rim actually in front of you. And you can be, you know, I mean, first you're going to do, you know, the thing about the Guru, you know, just my own personal things with the Guru. But you could also, and you can do this for each one of them, you can have your Lam Rim outline, and you can think all my wrong views about, you know, Guru devotion, purifying. Then everything, all the realizations of Guru devotion coming in. Then the next one is the perfect human rebirth. So then you think, all my wrong views about perfect human rebirth, you know, all the ways I've wasted it. You can think about all the ways you've wasted your perfect human rebirth in this life. And you're purifying that, you know. Then you alternate with then bringing all the realizations of perfect human rebirth is coming into you, you know. Then you can move on to the next one, you know, death and impermanence, you know, da-da-da-da-da. So that way you can actually use this to also deepen your Lam Rim meditation. And when you're doing the this, you can not only think about you're doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for all sentient beings. And so what you do is it's really good to like do it in your own words. So you imagine that you're talking to your sister or your brother who doesn't know anything about the Dharma, and you're explaining it to them how you would explain it to them, what is the importance of a perfect human rebirth. And so that way it becomes really your own. And that's really how you integrate it into your life. And I can't remember who told me to do this. But that's how I did my refuge Nundro. I did it at Kopan. Most of it was at Kopan. And, you know, and it was really great because after my session I'd go and, wow, you know, what more can I learn about perfect human rebirth? You know, and it really inspired me to go and study because I had to go back and teach my friends, you know, my high school friends, whatever, that were like not interested in the Dharma, you know, and I would go and I would do that. And so you can do that with these. You can be creative so that the time isn't just, I'm boring, my mind's going everywhere, you know. But it's good to just start with the pure Namo Guru Be, just purifying all the negatives with my Guru, you know. So let's try it. Now we don't have as much time, but we can still do it for 15 minutes, and then we'll, you know, just read the rest of it and finish. Okay? Claro? Yes. Okay. But we'll say it together 3 times, and maybe we should do it in the nice way, you know, like you do in the Lama Chopa when you do Lama Chopa in Tibetan. You know the way you chant it? Do you know how to do that? Yeah. Yes. So do that 3 times.
Namo Guruvye. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Dharmaya. Namo Sangaya. Namo Guruvye. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Dharmaya. Namo Sangaya. Namo Guruvye. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Dharmaya. Namo Sangaya. Sangaya. Mo Guruvye. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Dharmaya. Namo Sangaya. Namo Guruvye. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Dharmaya. Namo Sangaya. Voy por refugio hasta mi iluminación, al Buda, al Dharma y a la Asamblea Suprema, por los méritos virtuosos que he acumulado al practicar la generosidad y demás perfecciones, que pueda obtener el estado de Buda para beneficiar a todos los seres. Glorioso y precioso Gurú Raíz, por favor, mora en el asiento del loto y luna en mi coronilla. Cuidándome con tu gran bondad, concédeme por favor los logros poderosos de tu cuerpo, palabra y mente. Glorioso y precioso Gurú Raíz, por favor, mora en el asiento del loto y luna en mi coronilla. Cuidándome con tu gran bondad, concédeme todas las realizaciones supremas y comunes. Glorioso y precioso Gurú Raíz, por favor, mora en el asiento del loto y luna en mi coronilla, y cuidándome con tu gran bondad, por favor, permanece hasta que haya obtenido la esencia de mi iluminación. Que por los méritos de esta virtud pueda alcanzar rápidamente el estado de un Gurú Buda y pueda llevar a ese estado a todo ser sin excepción. La mente de iluminación es suprema y muy preciada, que donde no ha surgido surja, que donde ha surgido no disminuya, que cobre cada vez más fuerza. Así como Manjushri y Samantabhadra distinguieron los fenómenos tal cual son, yo también dedico estos méritos en la mejor forma, siguiendo su ejemplo perfecto. Dedico todas estas raíces de virtud con la dedicación que es considerada la mejor por los victoriosos asidos de los tres tiempos para poder realizar todas las buenas obras.
The merit field of Lama Tsongkhapa, which is a very simple one, it's just Lama Tsongkhapa with Shedrub J and Gyaltsab J. His two main disciples dissolve into him, and he dissolves into the subtle wind and mind that drop at his heart, and that comes and dissolves into us. And once again, we let ourselves also dissolve in emptiness. Rejoicing, how wonderful it is that we're taking this time to purify our minds and accumulate the causes to attain enlightenment for all sentient beings and spreading light in this world of ours. So rejoicing, how wonderful. Put a smile on your face. Yay. And have a good lunch. And we come back at 1:30? 2 o'clock. 2 hours today. Oh, good. Have fun. Enjoy. So then we go from 2 to 5, correct? So we'll probably do something like this, only we'll do it, maybe work on another Nundro or something. We didn't do all of refuge. We can do more on refuge. So if you have any questions, I appreciate if you write them down and just put them here. Makes it easier for me, okay? And if you write them in Spanish, that's okay. Give them to Veronica. She'll translate them. Okay, will you be here this afternoon? Okay, all right. Thank you to Alberto for translating, and to Ireda for being the director and making all this happen, and thank yourselves for coming. Okay.